Should be live, bros. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let's get this off and I'll throw a tweet out. We'll get some people in the chat. Going live.
You're already live.
I know. We are. I don't know if I don't see the messages. Hopefully. Oh, you know what? I can't see the comments there. We need to edit that. Editor. Messages. I don't see the layers. Hold on, dudes. I'm getting the messages up. I can't see your guys' comments. 1 second. We're doing this on my phone because the laptop would not connect to the Wi-Fi hotspot because it said I was out of data, but my normal phone stuff is all good. So let's get you guys to where I can see you and I can be in the chat with us. It's going to be a little delayed on the chat that I'll see.
Connect to the Wi-Fi.
Oh, hello. There we go. What's up? All right, that's kind of weird because I can see myself there, but at least I'll see whatever else is seeing. You guys hear me fine and everything? We are staying warm. So the one thing I do like about this is I can flip. There we go. That was my fault. That was my fault. I hit the mute. Christy just said muted. I fixed it. There it is. There you go. I can see myself muting it. It's back. Oh, it's the funs and joys of doing this stuff live. Why do you do these things still? Just because, bro. I want the latest technology. I'm not sent the latest technology like some of these other reviewers, so I have to camp out for the latest technology. That is why I'm out here. Are you using disposable toilet paper? No. Luckily,
yes.
Well, yes. Well, yes, I am disposing of the toilet paper in the toilet.
Yeah. Who uses non-disposable toilet paper?
Wait a minute. Coming in? How many of you are up there? There's 3 of us up here right now, and we've officially heard that there's 5 cards. So if you're in the Brentwood area, you could take a chance on that information.
Somebody said that there's 5 cards.
Somebody said that there's 5 cards, but it's not 100%.
The official word that we have is that there are cards, but they can't tell us how many.
Yeah, they won't tell us how many. You guys see BBG Jason. It's kind of rude. Keeping it cozy up in here. Desperate times calls for desperate measures for heat, though. It is cold. What is the temperature? Somebody look up the temperature in Brentwood, Missouri right now.
It's probably close to 30.
It's probably a little lower.
Low 30s.
It feels low.
It says the low tonight's 29.
29.
That's the low.
There's 5. So Brian said 5 in Westmont, Illinois. I think that's up by Chicago. Shh, don't tell.
It's 32.
All spoken for. 32 feels like 32.
Yeah.
Tonight's low is 29. It's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Right next to some cars right now. It's pretty loud. Last night was interesting and fun. Last night was a night of a lot of weird noises. There was the street sweeper that sounded like a rumba. Like at 3 a.m, it was shaking everything. Every time they came by, and it was just like it felt like it was
way before that. It was like when we were going to bed. It started like
did it?
Yeah,
I lost time.
It
man.
was like around midnight-ish.
Yeah, this is day 3 for me out here. Hopefully you don't freeze. We do have a heater.
Yeah.
There's 14 people here, 7 tents. Where you at, Juan? 14 people out somewhere. How many people are up in Illinois, Westmont? Oh, look. Juan said where he was at. Marietta, Georgia.
Oh.
So Marietta Microcenter in Georgia says that they have 5 too. Wow. 32 degrees. Yeah, people are confirming the temp. But, people are coming up in the line, not just for the 6900 XTs. Like, we had, probably 11 to 14 people here this morning. They were here for the RTX cards.
Yeah.
And there is a truck tomorrow, so, people are going to be showing up in the morning. There should be a pretty good line here, I would assume. And I know Newegg said that they got an order of a whole bunch of combo packs. It sucks when they sell them as combos. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of force you into buying some stuff because you want the card, but then you have to buy the motherboard and CPU. I get it why they do that. They do that upsell, but
I don't see why they would do that, because then they're pushing a specific motherboard CPU combo with a graphics card.
Yeah. Streets gives you different perspectives to city life. Most do that do not have a 10 or a heater. No, dude, I don't know how people would do it, man. I don't.
No.
Because, we have, I want to say the best stuff you can possibly get, but, I got, a ski jacket. I would
have quit last night.
The Zero.
Last night I would have been gone.
You would have been gone,
I would have been gone last night if I didn't have warm stuff.
The extra stuff. Yeah. Zero, Sub-Zero sleeping bags and extra covers and extra blankets, a cot, a tent to hold the... it's cold. There's some crazy surprise. 3080 Ti 20 gig card. Would you grab that instead? If there was some kind of crazy surprise like a 3080 Ti, I'd probably still get the 6900 XT. But it would be hard not to get the 3080 Ti without any reviews or anything if they drop something like that. That'd be hilarious. Can you imagine that if Nvidia did that? If Nvidia's like, hey, by the way, 3080 Ti just dropped, and to try to counter the 6900.
Because didn't they announce the 3060
yeah,
Ti and then
they did it early because AMD was going to come out with the 6700 and they're going to do their announcement at CES, which isn't until another 3 weeks. And CES is all virtual, so everybody gets to see everything on CES this year. I don't know how that's going to work. We've been to CES 3 times. I've been there 3 times now. It's cool. But third time is kind of okay, it's the same kind of stuff. It's a lot of walking and you kind of get the shun from people.
I think Blizzard's doing the same thing with their BlizzCon this year. Is they're just opening up the virtual to everybody.
Yeah, the virtual for stream. Oh, it says stream started 105 seconds ago. I thought it said 105 minutes ago. I'm like, whoa, bro, what? What do you think, Carter? Mining and a little bit of gaming, 6900 XT. I like I said, I don't think that the mining's going to be uncapped like the 6800 is. It's going to be locked up. But I firmly believe the potential's up there with close to the 3080. It's still going to be probably a little slower, just because the memory bus speed, or the bus size, is smaller. It's 256 versus the 320, and then for the 3090 it's 384. So the actual lanes, there's more, so you can get more throughput through that on the RTX series. So I don't think it's necessarily going to compete with that. But if AMD does some crazy stuff with Infinity Cache and the miners get written for it and they uncork it, it should be decent. But it's still a very expensive GPU to be mining for. I'm going to test it with mining, but we're talking this is a $1,000 GPU. That's never been a good idea. Like, even the 1080 Ti's in like 2017 were like $699 and $700, and people were buying those, and they were the fastest at the time.
Yeah.
But like, still ended up being close to not rebought back.
Yeah.
This isn't camping. This is glamping. Yeah, the G stands for GPU. That's right, Digital Mining Solutions. It is glamping, but it's still cold. I'm tired. My body aches. You know, it's part of it's noise pollution too, man. Like, you don't, like, I was like doing some work today, and it was like there was a dude doing his job. He's, you know, using the leaf blower, and he was right next to us, and he's like blowing like around the parking things, and like blowing under all the stuff under our cars and stuff.
When we were on calls,
like right when I was on a call, yeah, it was just like, I was like, somebody was like, where are you at right now?
And then the tornado sirens went off.
Oh yeah, and then the tornado sirens went off on a Monday here. Like, it's Tuesday where I'm at. Like, the first Tuesday every month they test the sirens. But like, I don't know, there's like a lot of noise pollution, like if you're trying to work from here. So even if you get the okay to work from here, like if you're doing any kind of camping like this, you understand that I'm gonna have kind of a recap on this, like on a proper video. But like, just my experience for being out here for almost 3 days, being able to work from out here too, and just things that I've had to deal with. You know, the Jackery power system's been unbelievably awesome. It's funny that Linus just dropped a video on that. And, you know, like, he got the 1,000-watt one, but
Linus was obviously reacting to this.
I don't know, man. I know they follow my stuff. I know it. I'm just watching their stuff. I know, and I've talked to Jake, and I know their folks up there. And I mean, Gamers Nexus the same way. Like I'm not saying I'm trend setting, but I'm definitely kind of on the edge when it comes to tech stuff with some of this stuff, like the solar panel testing with like the mining rig and stuff. That's pretty funny. We're gonna teach you guys things like backdoors. You guys have been out there for days? Yes, I've been out here since Saturday, bros. I'm doing this for you.
I got out here last night. So
I wonder if they see the little...
One full day.
No, they don't, because I can see... Never mind. Right above the Streamlabs. So that's where their text should be coming out, right there. Yeah, see, and like this shows 22, but we have like 71 watching right now. Which I'll go to, I think, the 6900 XT will crush. I mean, it's a good question. With the core and the compute units that it has, if you get a real good miner, it should be with really compute heavy. I think Prog POW, Kapow actually will do very good with the 6900. Mainly because it's, you know, it does use a lot of the core, but it also has that memory side. So if we can get the memory side uncorked, I think it'll do Kapow really well. I think it'll be up there with the NVIDIAs when it comes to that. Where do you go to the restroom? So we use the restroom here at Microcenter.
Until it closes.
What is that? That is a GTI. There's Brooklyn Carter, my daughter. Hello, father. It's been 3 days. I'm gonna be home tomorrow, baby.
He left to
I miss all of you. I love to go get milk.
Yeah,
coming home with a
back.
GPU 3 days later. She says, and Jason. I got the 6800X. These are my piece, my son's PC, and I'm mining when he's not gaming. There you go. You still into RVN? Yes, I like RVN a lot. We got to talk about RVN. RVN's doing some stuff right now with the way they're going to do the governance, because Medici Ventures is turning it over to the community, essentially. So Tron Black and all that, they're going to be looking for funding to keep development for core development and try to get more people into it. And there was a big write-up on it that we need to talk about. What's your guys' take on Troy asking for 6% of the block reward? Yeah, I mean, I think that the problem with any of the block reward stuff when they try to bake it in for like a fee is, I think it indirectly impacts, I don't want to say the validity of the coin. I think that the work, when you bake in a certain percentage or an amount, is predicated on the current value of it. So like, let's say it went up exponential. Let's say it went to 30 or 40 cents. If it went to 30 or 40 cents at the current block reward, 5,000 Raven coin per block, and you're getting 6%, I mean, overnight that dev fee just goes through the roof. And now you got to hard fork that off. So if there was some kind of like pivot built in with it to where it started at 6% because there's a time value costs ratio of what development for core development costs for something, and then you could auto tweak that based on like a spot price. So it would be a variable reward for the dev fee that keeps kind of a fixed, agreed upon rate for the development of the coin. I think that would be more acceptable than just a fixed 6% on any token. I think that's what kills ZEC. I think all the coins that have created any kind of proposals like that, predicated on a fixed percentage when we know the coin's value doesn't stay fixed. So it works negatively and positively for it. Sometimes when the value of it goes up, it's very good for the dev fee. When the value goes down, now they're not even making enough, and there's already still the tax there. So it's just, I think it just needs to be a little more thought out. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of people coming out here trying to still get cards. Newegg dropped some of the CPUs a couple hours ago. Snagged a 5600X. Nice, dude. A 6 times 5700 XT in Quebec. Nice, bro. It's nice and cool up there, too. So you got some nice chilly weather to keep it cool. I wonder how many cards will be on the AMD website. None. Instantly bought. I don't even know what time they officially go live. Dude, does anybody know what the review times are? Because I imagine we're going to get to scope the reviews in the morning.
I would imagine
Jay's
it's probably like something like 8 a.m. Eastern time or something.
Probably,
like maybe 6 a.m.
Well, it'll
Eastern
probably
time.
be an hour. That's what it was for the 6800 XT. We started watching some of the reviews on them.
At 7 our time.
I'm just reading your guys' comments. Well, so everybody else up too. It's been pretty chill. We haven't seen a lot from the other content creators because obviously they're getting their stuff ready for these 6900 reviews. I'm actually really interested to see what like some of the heavy modders that can, you know, get the extra oomph out of the cards. Like the 6800 with like the shunt mods are doing crazy numbers. Look out behind you. I got 4 eyes, bro. My 2 and Jason's. How's your new SUV? I don't have an SUV.
Yeah, you do. The Mercedes. Isn't that an SUV?
Yeah, that's in a ditch. Like, it got destroyed by somebody, remember?
No.
What? You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh, my God.
Last I knew, we hauled a piano with it.
Oh, my God. It got stolen.
What?
And it got rolled like 3 times. Yeah. Jason's just finding out about this. Yeah, dude, I got crazy pictures I'll have to show you after this stream. Oh, my God. I fully forgot Jason didn't know. Yeah, dude. It's like, seriously, I met somebody to sell it. And
he took it for a test drive.
I was like, yeah, you guys can test drive it. I'm a trusting type of person. And they never came back with it, but we did it at the police station. So, like, I'm like, we're at a police station. There's cameras everywhere. and they never came back. And then we found it like 3 days later. It was just completely mangled and totaled. I know, it's in such good shape too. Not my new Mercedes. This is an old one. I had an ML55 AMG, so it was like the souped up, like stock Mercedes SUV, and
that
it's
piano
completely.
was what, like 2-3 weeks ago?
Not even, dude. We got that piano like 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah,
it was like 3 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we towed that piano with it. Yeah, so I bet these dudes, and they like literally just took off with it, and like left me a like, I wanted to get the funds validated because, you know, they're like, hey, we're gonna give you a personal check, but like we'll give you the check, you hold the title, we're not gonna sign anything, we're at a police station. I'm like, yeah, man, you can test drive a car. If I'm about to buy a car, I'm gonna test drive it, or I'm gonna take it somewhere to get it tested. So I'm like, I'm at the police station, like these dudes, like they're on the cameras, if these guys take it, which that probably won't happen, you know, they're under the cameras, and they're like, yeah, man, and then just take off with it. And then like we find out like within like 30 minutes of them taking it, they rolled it like 3 times, like in St. Louis.
And then just took off, probably? For what?
Yeah, we got the piano on a Thursday. The car was stolen on a Saturday.
That same week?
That same week.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. I got crazy. We took a lot of video and stuff of it. I was going to put a little vlog together if people cared. I mean, I try not to saturate too much like random like life stuff with this. I kind of interweave it with some of my vlog videos, but like it's such like that would have it be its own video, because like we went on the search looking for it, and like I recorded all that, and we went to like the wrong place, and then we showed up to the right place where it was at, and then we had to go through all this stuff to get back to the back of this like this area, because it was at like a towing place, you know, where the city comes and tows things with the police, and it was in the back, and we had to like follow this guy in our car, and then I was like, oh my God, and it's all twisted up and just tore up, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. These people live too, and they bounce like nobody caught them yet. Like they rolled it multiple times on a highway, off of a highway, and then somehow were able to exit the vehicle and leave the scene.
I mean,
and nobody knows anything.
you're not going to get your money back for that.
No, I mean, it was insured, but
You're still not going to get what...
I'm probably not going to get what I wanted from it. Yeah.
But, where the message went away.
Which one?
Somebody asked if I was going to buy a card. Yes, I am going to buy a card if there's one for me.
Yeah,
I
Jason's
hope
up here
I'm
for
number
one.
2 in line.
You're building you had built a 3900 XT?
3950. Yeah,
3950, yeah.
X.
Yeah.
That's the processor. So.
Yeah. I don't know, they were fine. It was like a Saturday morning. Like they were not like, didn't look inebriated or anything. $340,000 worth of MSI's RTXs, 3090s stolen in China.
Yeah.
Michael, where's that link, bro? I'll look for that after that.
There was a bunch of reports of like this FedEx warehouse up in like Minneapolis or Montana or something, and they were calling it like the black hole of shipping, and it's like all of these 3080s were like going through there and then just disappearing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. How's the pond going? It's cold, bro. I fell in it. That was another thing. That's like I was like, I can take the cold out here. I literally fell. I was extracting the pump out of my pond. And did you hear about that? I fell in again. That ice cold water.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'm 100% for. I'm batting 1,000 on falling in my lake every time I go to try to extract something out of it. No problem. Was it Zephyrus? Zephyrus X?
Yeah.
Mac, why does it keep going to sleep? You got one job. It's on Tech Power Up. Nice, Steven. I'll link that. Thanks, bro. Carter, life is crazy. I mean, dude, you have no idea sometimes. It is nutty. Like, that's the first time I've had a vehicle. Has that the first time Yeah, that's the first time I've had a vehicle stolen. Sniper, he's a hot mess. Thanks, Miss BBT. I keep it interesting, is for sure.
Jason is not on Twitter.
Jason's like anti-social media. He watched that social media thing like 3 times.
What?
I don't know. Anybody seen that Netflix? You've watched that Netflix social media thing?
No.
Don't, because it'll ruin you.
Okay. Well,
You'll never be on social media
I'm
again.
already ruined. But I mean, I'm tired of Facebook.
Yeah, like, it's totally marketed.
I was on Google Plus until they shut that down.
I think I had a Google Plus account too when I made the YouTube channel.
I mean, I'm on Reddit, but
anybody else camping? There's one other person here. No Tesla Bro 11 Model 3 Performance. Yes, we are, I guess, in the line for the tri-motor truck. And then I went with the A35 AMG Mercedes for the 2021 for that. The lighting got me. It hooked me. I needed my RGB. Yeah, there's like I've been here for 3 days and there's like people that could just walk up here and get a car tomorrow, I bet. Which is crazy. 13 at Westmont. But Nefarious, are you there? We're upgrading the farm right now. We've been putting 5700s there and 5600 XTs. And slowly phasing out the 4 gig cards. I've had American Muscle. It's kind of like I've been through those phases. I had a Mustang GT. I did all kinds of stuff too. What else I had? That was American Muscle. I mean, I had my Ford F-150 EcoBoost, and I did all kinds of stuff to the EcoBoost. I used to like drag race that and stuff. What other American cars have I had? Miss BBT, what other? I've had a C32 AMG Mercedes. That's a Mercedes car. That's German. I had a C55 AMG that I did all kinds of stuff. I had a whole bunch of stuff already on it. It was Kleeman supercharger, Brabus, the Brabus suspension system in it. It had the Brembo big brake kit on it, which was the 6-piston up front, 4-piston in the rear. Brake kit on it. Like I went like at the scale that I do mining stuff, I did with car stuff for a long time, and I kind of fell off the car stuff to focus on crypto. I had an M3. I had that at one point. I had an M3 convertible, and then I had the C55 AMG. The C55 was like the chill car. I can't believe you had an EcoBoost. I love my EcoBoost.
The Jason guy is asking about a
motherboard
for 6 graphics cards.
It only reads 5. Jason, make sure you have your PCIe link speeds to 1x, and then make sure your 5G decoding is turned on. Or 4G decoding is turned on. 5G. I keep getting those stupid AT&T commercials. And 5G. I guess if that answers my question. We had RX 560 4 gigs for 20. I just got an RX 560 4 gig. I don't think I messed with the 560s too much. We may have tested. I mean, the last card that wasn't, or if you're talking 5600s, there's the 460s. I don't remember. Did they make a 560? I know the 460s. I have some 464 gigs. They don't have 4G. Make sure you have the latest BIOS. You need to have a motherboard that has the 4G decoding. HBO Max, do you say? Sean BBT's doppelganger. Is it the dude that just passed? He was like the soccer player. Somebody else linked me that. Madaldo, or I can't think of the guy's name.
I don't know. I don't.
He's like a soccer dude. Like we had the same beard and kind of darker eyes. Like, oh, I can't wait for a hot shower
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Skynet is great.
That dude just farted.
I don't know. Praise our Skynet overlords.
Yeah. I think some dude just walked by and dropped gas. Because he goes, oops. Yeah. There you go. Daldo. Yeah, there it is. Ron's got it. Truck stops for the shower. It's just catching up now to the fart. That's funny. Oh, we got some biddies. Did I miss a biddy earlier? I think I missed some biddies. VR, you dropped I think a 5-spot, buddy. Thanks for that. Mr. J coming in here like a boss.
1,000 of whatever currency
Is that dinar?
is.
What is that? Indian?
I have no idea. I've never seen that currency symbol before.
It doesn't let. I just try to click it. Thank you very much, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar, Mr. J. If there's anything I can answer for you, go ahead and shoot. I'll do my best at answering. We do appreciate that. You had mine in script or Virium or Random X. Yeah, I've done Random X on the 5950 yet. I've done that so far, and I got 16,944. I think my peak, but it wasn't stable, was at 18,000. It's rupees.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, guys. That's $1 in rupees.
Oh.
Or somebody goes
That's nifty.
$13 in rupees. I don't know. I don't know what the conversion is right now. Indian rupee. I said Indian. I thought it was. I couldn't remember their denomination. I know that symbol though.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Shows how much I know.
Here, Jim's just got message deleted retracted. I can't undo that, Jim.
Well, he doesn't want you to look at it.
Yeah, I thought I could undo it. $13.54. Well, thank you, sir. That partially pays for dinner tonight. Well, I tipped that guy 20, and you tipped him too, right?
Yeah.
We made that guy very happy.
Yeah. I gave him $5.
You gave him 5, I gave him 20.
Yeah.
He got $25 for a 3-mile drive.
Yeah. For one pizza.
For one pizza. Yes, 3 nights, man. Sloping Lee, yes. Or is it Sloping? Shopung? This will be my third night here. Savage Mind, buy you a hot coffee. There's a Target down the thing, and every morning I've been going down there and getting the white chocolate mocha grande.
What time does it open?
They open like at 6 or something down there.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed to Savage Mind, go out there and do that. If you guys are looking for some content, there's 120 people in there. He should have at least 119 new subscribers, minusing him.
$5.
Yeah, I already
Yeah,
I just
okay.
called him out. Yeah, that's where I got the coffee part.
Oh.
18K peak on my 3800X. Yes. So I think there's a lot more room. So I don't think I had large pages turned on that XMR on that. I think it can go over 20,000. It just seems to have an upper limit on because it was showing all the cores, but I don't think it's fully out there. And I got it locked in at about 4.7 gigahertz right now on the 5950X. It seems to be stable at 4.7, and it's underwater. So
That's a funny joke right there.
what's that?
What if they have tons of RTX 3060 Ti's?
They could. They could.
They could, but they won't.
They won't. So I asked. So I went in there earlier. One of the times that because we take turns going in there to go to the bathroom. I went in there to go to the bathroom. I came back out. I talked to him for a little bit, and I said, "Hey, if you guys get like a lot of other GPUs, like 3060s is my thing. I'm like, if you guys get like 40, 50 of them in there, and you're gonna put them in the case, is it possible for me to buy one?" They said, "No, they will only sell me one GPU tomorrow. So I cannot buy another GPU. They will only sell me the 6900 XT tomorrow." Because I would like to buy the 3060.
Miss BBT, come down and buy a graphics card.
There you go. Miss BBT, slip down here.
Yeah. We're calling that audible.
Yeah, we'll call that audible then. They will not sell it to me. They said no. But they have, when they got their last order here of 3060s, they said they had 70 of them. So that's a lot. So they could get another big order of them.
Wait, they had 70 on the launch day?
They had 70, yeah.
Wow, that's actually really
They said they
surprising.
actually had facilitated everybody in the line, and they still had like 14 in there or something. She goes, hard pass, just kidding. No audible. You're on your way to the Chicago store. There you go.
Yeah, I'd read earlier that NVIDIA formally announced that they were actually having supply chain issues for multiple parts, not just silicon.
No, I bet. It's crazy. Man, that Jackery is we started at like 68% or something on that battery.
Yeah, 95.
We're at 95. Oh, I guess we're not streaming on there. We're just watching.
Yeah.
We see your message, Samuel. But will they sell it to him? Sneak more people in the tent to buy one more. Yeah. I know this is 2 dudes in this tent is it.
There's no need. There's only 3 people in line.
Yeah.
Just hop in line.
How you doing over there, man? You staying warm?
Oh, yeah. Nice and toasty.
Nice and toasty. Yeah, we're live streaming right now, just making sure you're doing okay over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get... Nope, it's not. So, there's room, folks. If you have, let me flip this back around. Do not flip, or do not mute. There we go. Oh, did I hit back on this? So yeah, we got just us. I'm actually surprised there's not more here. There's been a lot of people that's walked by and just they've heard that there's other cards. They're just, you can tell the difference between like the NVIDIA. NVIDIA still has a very large stranglehold, even though AMD cards are competing. Like NVIDIA is still.
Yeah. There's like a small horde of NVIDIA people who are like showing up every morning.
Digital Mining just goes, man, what if he thought you guys were just having the craziest conversation in that tent?
Yeah.
I'm talking to random.
We're talking to ourselves.
You pick me up some extra GPUs. They only let me buy one, bro.
Yeah.
6900 XT giveaway next week.
You know what?
Only a Bitcoin Smash is at all-time high.
I'll do you a favor. I'll pick you up a graphics card for me.
Yeah, there you go. That 6900 giveaway would be only if we saw crazy all-time highs. If I could start getting review cards, I would give all the review cards away. I would not keep any review card. The only reason I would ever keep a review card is if I needed it for future testing. But like, if I was given an opportunity to review cards and do like an official like observe and report with you guys, we would give away every one of those cards. I would not keep any of those cards. Any of that hardware. Like all of it. Like there's no reason for me to do that. To keep that. And I'll buy my hardware. For me. They don't even have any GPUs. They don't have any GPUs in this Microcenter earlier. They had like the D1, the D100.
They had some Quadros.
Yeah.
Like they had the RTX 4000. They had the P1000s, the P620s.
Yeah, it's like all the production
and then
cards.
They had like old cards like GTX 750 Ti's.
That's crazy. I got some 750 Ti's. I might give those away.
They had some AMD card that was for like small slot cases.
Yeah, that's respect on that. Or expected price on the 6900 XT is $1,000. And they're not launching partner cards as far as I know with this. This is all just AMD cards. What if the RTX 4000? Mining coming back in. Mining's been back in, bro.
Yeah. I have a feeling
It's back, and it's been back in for,
consoles.
I would say around May, it really started to pick back up. And then through the summer, there was a lot of DeFi. So that's decentralized finance. So when there was a lot of activity on the Ethereum blockchain, it causes a competing for your transaction to be post first. So there's this, what they call an auction price setup. So where for you to execute your order on like DeFi, you're competing by paying a higher fee, and that higher fee gets your order to execute, and then those fees essentially fill up the block with all these fees. So then when it's paying out every 15 seconds, you have the 2 coin block reward plus this massive amount of fees, to where the Ethereum blockchain for a little bit there was putting out like 14 Ethereum per block as a bonus on top of the 2. So now you're talking 16, anywhere from 9 to 16 was the block reward, where it's supposed to be 2. So now you're talking a 4 to 8x payout increase for the available hash power that's out there. And people were making a killing on it there for about 2.5 months. And then now it's settled down. I don't know what it is right now. I haven't looked at it. And since we're not hooked up to a computer on this, I won't be able to with you guys right now. But it's probably around 2.5 per block right now. So it's down quite a bit. But you had pretty flat mining hash power rate with an exponential growth on, and then you compound that with another couple months later, you go from a price that's like 280, 250 to 280, to then getting it into where it's, almost $600 a coin. And now all that extra Ethereum that you just mined because of those block rewards now is also worth almost 2 to 3 times. So it's crazy. Like, that's why mining was back.
Oh.
Was that?
I just checked my Exodus wallet. I wasn't following that at all.
Oh, that it went back up?
Yeah, it went up.
Yeah, it went up. Numbers go up, bro.
Yeah. Well, the numbers also go down, too.
They do. Yeah, see, I mean, not everybody's always tracking on what's going on with it. But that's why we're here. That's why I'm here. You guys like the YouTube streams? I'm going to get my Twitch stuff fixed. I like streaming on Twitch, so it gives me a lot more tools and stuff, but I've given a little love the last couple days to YouTube. Have you seen that ETC's profitability is really low since Thanos? Yes, because the network hash rates went up quite a bit. So the network hash rate for Ethereum Classic, which is the price has been relatively flat, anywhere from 5 something to $6. It's the hash rate's more than doubled. So like it was at like 3.5, and now I think it's 6.5 terahash. So I could actually check that, but it's more than doubled. So now your profit has halved. How cold is it here? It could snow if there was precipitation. I almost said participation.
Well, the precipitation needs to participate in order to precipitate. I don't know.
No. But yes, it could snow if there was.
Still 32 degrees.
It's 32 degrees, so we're right there.
Yeah.
It's supposed to get down to 29.
Yep. Fun times.
Sapphire Pulse Radeon X5688 that bought a screen card, but it doesn't give a picture. Fridden can help me. Sammy, I'm thinking that English is not your first language, buddy, but I think what I'm getting out of that is you bought a 5600, or no, you bought a Vega 56 and it's not displaying any picture. I put another GPU in that does display, have that as a secondary card, and boot it up into like something like Windows to where you can see if the card is showing up. If the card does not take a driver, meaning like once you boot it up, you'll see it as a secondary card. See if it just stays with a code 42, there's a chance that card's probably not good. If the card actually functions and you can like mine with it and all that. You just can't use the display output. It's just probably your display output. Try a display port or something like that. That's the way I always test cards that don't give me a display. I always put it in as a secondary card and boot up a card that has a display, and then I try to do stuff with it. If it actually runs as a compute and all that, then it's probably working fine. It's just your displays have an issue. New card subscriber since 2011. Well, bro, if I had the channel in 2011, I would have appreciated the follow, but we started in 2013. But I'll take that 2011 that you're saying and say that you've been subscribed since 2013. I've been mining since 2011. And yes, old school Vertcoin, man. I've been through a few different patches. Code 43 sometimes can be fixed by that pixel patcher, yes. Sandy Watson dropping a 5, is that pounds? Yep.
5, yeah, that is pounds.
That's pounds. Pretty good with the currencies,
I almost thought that was a euro.
Euro, yeah.
From over here, it looks like an E.
Yeah.
I still need to get glasses.
Low of 27 tonight. It's going to be cold, man. We're going to feel it. On the 6900 XT, you guys going to test the compute mode and task manager? Try to get more hash like you did in the 6800? Yes. I'm going to see if I can trick it and split the instances.
Yep. Really?
Yeah, 6900 XT.
Oh, okay.
AMD flagship.
Oh, yeah, man. That's lucky. I didn't think you got it in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. And people asking. You saying I should dust off? Yes. Rain Bitcoins. Get that 480 rocking, bro. If it's the 4 gig card, you can get it on ETC. Actually, I've been... What's the temp inside the tent? Inside the tent's pretty good, bro.
I don't know. I don't have a thermostat.
I don't have a thermostat in here, but... We got that little butane rolling. We do got vents, so we're not carbon monoxiding ourselves out, but that's keeping the heat. It's pretty warm up top, but that's the setup. And then I have my tent over there. We're just kind of staying warm because we only have one heat. What are you pairing the 6900 XT with? 5950X with the MSI Meg motherboard, 64 gigs of RAM, and that's the PC 3600 RGB stuff. I got it under, it's water with, which water cooler did I put on that thing? Oh, I put the NZXT water cooler, not the real expensive one. So they have two, and the only difference is the more expensive one on the actual
has like an
CPU
OLED thing.
I have the OLED one. That one displays real-time temperature, and they want $179 more for it, and it's the same 360 millimeter setup. And I'm like, what's the difference? They go, literally, it's got a temperature sensor and shows it in RGB. I'm like, are you serious for $179? NZXT, holler at your boy. You need to send that over to me. And the only way I'm doing it is if I get it for free. There's no way I'm paying for that. Not surprised the guy near you is more warm. $5,700 MSI Evoke. Haven't heard of that one before. Will the 3060 drop in January? Drop in price? Because the 3060 Ti is already out. Thank you for your service, a GPU mining community, Bruce Weeks. No problem, bro. You got any other direct questions? I'll answer that for sure, man. Not just because you dropped $4.99. Just because I'm a kind of guy, man. I'll take care of you guys. But I do appreciate it. What you say?
Not talking to us.
Oh.
But the supply is probably so weak because, well, A, the supply is weak to begin with, and B, AMD is spread really thin right now.
Well, yeah, they got the console chips. They got the Ryzen chips. Like, they're crushing
graphics chips. But, like,
God, I got so much
before
stuff.
anything else, I think right now they're prioritizing the consoles.
Go wake up. Jake the Tank here. How can you tell what 69 are worth came out for? I don't know. I'm taking the chance, but it's AMD's flagship, and with the way the 6800 XT is performing, it made me want the 6900 XT more, because I'm seeing the rasterization side of it beat the 3090, which is $1,500 card. So for $1,000, that can be that much more faster than the 3090. It just makes sense for me. Do you think it will be better than the average 3080 for the Win 3? Yes. I think, well, let me say that with rasterization, with 1440p, but if we start talking like ray tracing, DLSS, that kind of stuff, your RTXs are going to be better, even than the 39 or the 6900 XT. It's going to be better to have the RTX. And I mean, a lot of the people that have been walking by and we've been just kind of talking, the people that are going for the 3080 are doing it for Cyberpunk. And they want everything turned on, all the glitz and stuff, and it's just going to be better.
If your intention is to turn on ray tracing and super sampling,
then you want the NVIDIA. It's just I don't think there's any question there. But like just raw performance at the various 1440p, 4K, it seems to be competing and beating the NVIDIA just at the raw compute level.
Yeah. My personal opinion is, if it's in the same ballpark of performance as the 3090 for $500 less,
yeah,
it's a good buy.
Yeah, for sure. So the 8 gig 480 is no good. No, it is good, Rain. ETC did a hard fork, and they now allow any GPU from 2.7 gigabytes and higher to be able to mine. Romantic, I like that name, bro. Here's $350 off your 6900. Well, there you go. Just because Google gets theirs. You rock, guys. I like that. That's a guy that understands margin and markup. That's from like old pricing. I was an old pricing manager for years for Anheuser-Busch. So anybody that lived in the Northeast, like Boston, New York, the whole Northeast, Maine, Vermont, like the states, obviously Massachusetts. I used to be the pricing manager for Anheuser-Busch for almost 2.5 years. And I was responsible for all the price promotions for the Northeast. So all the discounts and like all that kind of stuff. So margin and markup, that's what that, you donate $5, but in reality you're getting $350 because Google's going to get their $150.
25 people at Chicago.
25 people at Chicago?
There's no way they have 25 cards.
Well, but, they might have 3080s and
maybe
3060s, and not everybody's for an XT.
Yeah. Here's to hoping.
Yeah. When did I do that? I was doing that in 2007, 2006 was when I was a pricing manager.
I was still in high school.
Did I hear discounted beer? Man, there was a point in time, I remember we had discounted King Cobra 40 ounces in Washington, D.C., cheaper than water. You could buy a 40 ounce of King Cobra for 50 cents.
Edward 40 Hens every weekend?
Yeah, Edward 40 Hens every week. Yeah, so you could get a 40 ounce for 50 cents. I was like, man, this is cheaper than water. Hello from Germany. Do you have any 6900s at your Microcenter? Yes, Fly. We think there's 5.
We've been told they exist.
Last time you camped out, there was Gran Turismo 3. It's funny. There's a lot of people that walk by and say, man, I used to camp out for like the Xbox or the PlayStation when they first came out. And what's funny
is midnight releases of games.
Yeah, midnight releases of games and stuff. But all the consoles, by and large, like Best Buys and stuff, aren't allowing you to camp. They're only online only. Like, they're not allowing you to camp here. I asked these guys here at Microcenter if they got any PS5s, and they haven't. They said, we haven't got any shipped to us. Is there even a line? Yes, there's 3. There's 3 of us here. The 3080 Ti's are not out yet. Not until probably January. Unless you know what'll drive that is if the 6900 XT reviews come out tomorrow and it's just crushing everything NVIDIA has. I bet you NVIDIA has an answer to that. And I bet you they release like the NVIDIA Titan RTX 3000 Cyberpunk edition or something.
3090 Ti.
Yeah, 3090 Ti. When do you think the supply will go back to normal? I mean, they obviously know that the demand's pretty high. I think, I hate to say this, but because I'm not really blaming a lot of stuff on like COVID, but I think the reciprocation of people being at home and building like gaming rigs and stuff, because people are working from home, they're getting on their Zoom calls from home and all that. It's put a huge demand on gaming and market and all that. And if we go into another 6+ months of this, of everybody at home, especially if there's another stimulus out there, that's a lot more extra money out there for people that might spend that money on computer hardware, you're going to have probably this extended into May before supplies probably gets really wrinkled out. Unless they just saturate the market with all kinds of different types of cards. The 6700 XT from AMD, which will compete probably around that 3060 Ti range. The 6700, and then probably the 6600 will be probably announced in the next 3 weeks at CES's virtual show. So, and then we'll find out, that'll give kind of the mid-range, the $329 cards to, $229 range of pricing, which, I mean, will probably still perform really well. So, I mean, I think people will eat those up. It has been confirmed that Houston's Microcenter will not have any 6900s. Makes it so confident that you'll get one. So the guys that are in the back here at this Microcenter did not confirm how many, but they said that they have them. Like they said they had them. And then somebody else came out and said they had 5. Which that would be, can you imagine tomorrow? They're like, sorry guys, we didn't get any. We were bullshitting you.
I would be pissed.
Well, of course we'll be pissed, but I'll be like, bros, dude, I talked to like 5 people today. You guys, why would you guys string me along? Yeah.
But, what do you think the odds are?
Houston's getting none. Can you imagine that? That's beyond paper line. Like on the day of a card's release, they like I said in the last stream, I could, from inception to conception to delivery of an idea in the brewery world, when I was at Anheuser-Busch, we could have somebody think of a product to having that product created to brewing it. You got 60+ day process there, to getting it canned, to getting it to a retail store, all of that within 90 days, all of it. And mind you, the brewing process 70 to 60 days on some of that. And it would be on the store on the day that we say it was going to be released. There's no reason that if you're planning a date that all the stores are supposed to have them, that date was planned on a schedule months out before that, which meant that they had to have the supply in check. And if there was any supply slips, that you slip that date, right? You don't let that date go forward if you know that you can't have that supply in a store. So there's a disconnect somewhere between the product companies, the 3-tier system that makes up that industry. There's a huge discrepancy right now. Somebody's dropping the ball. It's NVIDIA gets blamed, but that stuff, NVIDIA makes the cores, and then the AIBs and folks make cards. And they outsource.
NVIDIA designs the cores.
They design the cores, and even when they have their versions made, they have that's another company that actually is kind of doing that. To build those cards for them.
There's so many companies that are producing these parts that NVIDIA is sourcing from.
Yeah, they're all sourcing. So, and everybody knows the schedule. So, the owner of that PR should slip the
Same with
date
AMD.
to make sure that they can have a real launch. Like there's a huge disconnect that needs to be fixed. Agnostic to the supply chain problems that are there. Bottom line is that if you say that it's supposed to be on a day, there's no reason why you can't have that in all your stores.
I wouldn't doubt if Microsoft and Sony paid a premium to AMD to prioritize the chips for the consoles.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if that's eating up,
Supply for the graphics cards and the
TMSC,
CPUs,
or is it was it TM?
TMSC,
TMS
or TSMC.
TSMC, yeah.
TSMC. Yeah. I mean, like, they can only make so much for AMD.
Message got deleted. I didn't see it, but I think somebody was just making a comment. I always thought people who camped out in front of a store were kind of wacko, but it slowly grows on me now.
No, we're wacko.
We're wacko. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, we're class A, like just it. But like I was partially doing this because like I tried to pick up the latest releases, and when I came out, what put a nail in the coffin that I was going to come out early was sitting out here for the 6800 XT and not getting it. Like you're so close to it.
Yeah, well,
you're there. I was number 4 in line,
and they only had 2.
And I'm like, never again, bros. I'm going to be number 1 on this next one. Oh, Rainer, thanks for that $4. That's definitely now with those few donations. Now we can buy our coffee tomorrow. Sweet,
Yeah.
bro.
We'll be able to afford
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
You guys just made us be able to afford Starbucks there.
Yeah.
Sweet, bro. I saw you picking up an order. I hear all this stuff about miners picking up GPUs. I don't know what miners are talking about. I've talked to a few people in the industry that are pretty known in the industry, and I know Genesis haven't, or at least they're staying quiet about it. Marco hasn't said anything. Marco Stringe, which runs Genesis, I'm like, I know Marco. I know people that know Genesis also, like they're back in. I know a lot of different farms all over the planet, and I have not heard of one person that has supply or doing anything with 3080s. The price point is too high. All of them come back to me and go, that price point's too high. Why would I do that? That's crazy. We would go 5700s if we're doing anything, or 5600s. And there's supposedly an AMD mining edition coming out, which I believe is going to be the 6600 chip. So it's going to be RDNA 2 smart access memory with Infinity Cache mining edition card, probably price point around $299 or lower, and probably around 45 mega hash. That's the buzz that I'm getting in the background, but that's not going to be until like February. So if that price point holds at $299 and we can get 45 mega hash at like 77 watts or lower, 64 to 70 watts at 45 mega hash is really good. And that price point's really good. So that will be what's supplied. Those are different sets of core chip. You won't have video on it. And those are the cards that the larger mining shops will get. They would not get 3080s. For 80 mega hash with the high TDP, you're talking 240 watts per card. Most mining shops would have to retool on their power side to be able to accommodate 8 card 380s. Like you're going to blow out your power. You're going to have to refactor your power. Like the mining shops are not designed to take on 240 watts per card. So that's just the only thing I'm trying to debunk with it. I mean, it's not saying that somebody hasn't made that investment and is just keeping it real low key, but 340K worth of 3090s were sold. 340,000 is a lot. I can't imagine. I mean, think about the supplies that we've had. If we take all the MCAs, so an MCA is a media coverage area, right? So if you look at all the MCAs in the U.S., when we were tracking an Anheuser-Busch, there was 114 MCAs in the U.S. Of those 114, there's probably 60 plus stores that could have a potential to sell those type of cards. So now you're talking maybe 2,500 stores in the U.S. that could hold inventory. If all those got 10 to 12 cards
if you really
repetitively after 3 weeks.
if you really think about it, $340,000 of 3090s is what?
They said 340K.
That's 226 graphics cards.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I guess that's not too bad. But I'm just sitting there thinking of how many GPUs in totality would be stolen. That's not too much.
That's a crate of graphics.
Yeah, I keep forgetting it's $1,500. They said 220 units. There you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's like a pretty good. That's like an
math.
entire week of deliveries from the U.S. Because they're not putting out tens of thousands of cards.
Yeah, 3090s. That's like a couple of 5 to every major city.
Yeah, how long have we been live? We've been live for an hour and 5. We'll wrap this up here in the next 20 minutes or so. I like doing about an hour and a half. That's about it. It's just my phone is going to explode.
Probably going to have a big
people.
heat spot on your screen.
You think?
I don't know.
No.
I have no idea.
No, it's not at all.
Oh, you ended the stream.
No, I didn't. No, it's stopped. You have to grab the bottom to make it go. Jason's freaking out thinking I ended the stream.
I didn't freak out.
You're like, you've been to the stream, you noob. That's a solid farm, 220 units. Well, at 100, that's 22 gigahash close? Yeah. That's an okay size farm. Half the BBT farm size. With a lot less GPUs. Yeah, 61 megahash at 130 at the wall is about what so the 3060 Ti is about the same efficiency as a 5700, because the 5700 is 135 watts for the card, and then you're about 190 on a single 5700 at the wall with one machine. Thanks stopping in, mining chamber. Clarence is here for the recipes. Miss BBT. She hasn't done a stream in a minute. She's been doing stream. Well, actually, she's been doing a lot more streaming than me, but it's been with puppies. I stole all Miss BBT's streaming gear. It's all down in my basement. That was a funny ass comment.
What?
But somebody making fun of you.
Oh.
By Miss BBT. I was just being rude, but. Somebody want those. Hope you guys are packing. Somebody else might want those. Oh man, anybody that's been to Brentwood, Missouri would realize that you're in pretty good hands out here. The police are pretty prevalent. It's lit up like Christmas out here, and there's 2 security guards that keep driving around. So, and I mean, you could probably hear the background. 5-0 everywhere.
I'm still back.
You're still the neighbor's got us, man. He's like, I'm still packing. You don't come to Missouri. Hear lots of siren. Are you guys safe? Yes, we're perfectly safe. There's a pretty big hospital near us here, just down the road. Barnes Jewish Hospital is down the road, and they keep rolling down the highway down that way. Any word for GM? Which GM? Game Master?
Car company?
The car company?
I don't know.
If you're in Mo, everybody's packing. Conceal and carry state grows. Nice, Mike. Belleville's pretty close. That's Belleville, not Bellevue, like in Washington. Want me to make you guys some peanut butter and jelly so I can carry about 4? No. General manager could call Miss BBT. There's only 3 of us here. I cannot believe I put that on shout on the unofficial Microcenter saying that, hey, you might get a chance at some. But I think people are just seeing the temperature and they're like, yeah, screw that.
Mm-hmm. They're smart.
General manager of Microcenter store, any stock? Yes, they said that there's cards here.
Yeah. They said they exist.
Come to Arizona, open carry. That's the West, bro. Is it too late to go out and camp? It depends where you're at. In St. Louis, no. It's you can still get here and get some.
There's still only 3 people here.
Yep. I can't believe it compared to like the 6,800. Maybe it's the price point because that's $579. Because I came out 18 hours ahead of time, and by this time that night we had maybe 11 or 12 in the line. Who's saying there's plenty of room, bro. Definitely too late in California. I haven't heard California numbers in a bit. Part of the reason why I came out here on Saturday is because I heard somebody was out there in California already.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I got to get out there.
But
and I got out
nicer
here
in
Saturday.
California.
Yeah, it is nicer in California. It's not freezing. There are 3 guys camping at St. Louis Park, Minnesota at 2 p.m. Not everybody's baller like us. I'm not baller, bro. I don't think people that are baller are freezing their butts off for 3 straight days in a tent. Yes, Dirty 30. Unfortunately, that is the state that we live in right now, where we have to camp outside if we want a GPU because all the bots steal all the cards automatically, and I want a table flip every time I try to buy one online. So you got to set out. And to be first, you get burned once for setting out. Set out for 18 hours and not get what you came for, you get out here earlier the next time. That's what I'm doing right now. What time's the review tomorrow? To be in the afternoon. I'm going to pick up the card. I got to go home. I'm going to do some work and then shower and all that fun stuff. And then we'll do a live stream with the card opening, and we'll put it in the 5950X. So if you guys are not following or any of that, you guys hit that follow button, and I'll go live with that card tomorrow. You guys get to see all the mining performance and other performance with the 5950X. What made you decide to go Team Red? It's faster. It's faster in a lot of things than NVIDIA cards right now. Yes, I'm first in line. What's that noise?
I don't know.
Is that a plane slowing down?
Might be. Yeah, it sounds like a plane.
It sounded like he was like cutting the engines, didn't it? I was like, what the hell is that noise? I was like, woo. It's like, how many more hours left until you get the card? Well, 9 o'clock. We are 12 hours away. Just under 12 hours, yep. 215 people watching. It's awesome. How do you know when to camp out? You don't. You come out, you fell the first time, and then you come out earlier, which is what happened to me here. And actually, I was gauging it all on when I saw somebody say that they were camping for the 6900 XT and posted something, which somebody did in one of the California locations on Saturday. And I was like, well, damn it, I'm going to have to get out there early. Because I was actually going to drive out here, see if anybody was here on Saturday, and then go home, and then come back out Sunday and just start camping on Sunday. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do that. And that's like just tempting fate that nobody's here. And I got here and I was already kind of fired up, and I was like, I'm just going to set the tent up and just set up. So I got out here like almost midnight on Saturday and just did it. 215 miners. Let's take a quick poll. Is there anybody in this chat right now that's not a miner? And wait a minute. Not a kid, like a miner. Like
Crypto miner.
Like a crypto miner. $220 watching you enjoy getting something none of us will get online. Yeah. Bro, I'm so... Maybe some of you guys might. Somebody's going to be hitting that refresh on AMD's website. Memory chips on a 5600 XT. I would not go over 80. It's going to temp throttle. Not a miner. Angel. There you go. Not a miner. Hunt. Man, we got a lot of non-miners here. That's awesome. Well, congratulations, bros. A little miner. I like that. Used to be. Miss BBT. A miner spelled M-I-N-E-R, not M-I-N-O-R. Mine before in Minecraft. You know, there is a Minecraft like Bitcoin hunt where you can find things. There's somebody had a channel that was doing that for a bit.
Really?
Yeah. Like they were, and they had like an algorithm built into it too where you could do some mining. Gold miner and a crypto miner. My wife won't listen about crypto. Any advice? The best thing you can do is if you have a GPU, you have a computer that can do any sort of mining, is set up a phone wallet like Exodus and download a miner for your computer and start mining just with that one GPU.
Really easy miner to start with.
Really
nice hash.
Yeah, like nice hash, something that'll get you a little bit of crypto. Yeah. Let it run for like a week. Get your first crypto payment and then show like, hey, look, I let the computer do a thing for a little bit and I got money for it. And that's your first entry because it's like a real tangible event has occurred. You have exchanged a little bit of your computer time to a network, and for that little bit of computer time, you have been rewarded in crypto. And then you'll actually have it in a wallet that you could go spend or whatever. It won't be a ton, but I mean, over a week with the right kind of card, you might make a couple bucks. And that's the first kind of understanding, and that kind of that scratches a little bit of the itch. Because it's easier to show the result than to try to talk about the result. And then like if you get through like a week of doing that and then you're like, yeah, I actually earned something. That's the number one thing that gets people every time with it, of like, oh man, I want to scale this up. This is fraud. Closest. Which part, buddy? Mining? It's not. You're just exchanging computer time. I just saw again what it said. 35 6900 XTs in stock. Only 35 in stock in the US. That would be crazy. Mining is not fraud. Mining is just exchanging a little bit of computer time for a network to validate transactions and reinforce a network consensus. And for that exchange, you're paid in cryptocurrency, and that cryptocurrency happens to be worth money. It's nothing more than that.
It's worth no more than what other people are willing to give you for it.
Yep, and then that's a spot price.
As with all currencies that exist in the world.
Correct. And it's mathematically proven. You're just running an algorithm. It's actually not that complicated. The complicated part is getting it to set up and work and run on your machine efficiently, not use lots of power, and make it worth doing or not. That's the hard part. My wife is still waiting on crypto to pay off the house before she can be convinced. Well, I'm going to say don't do mining then, and like do a dollar cost average buy-in in crypto and then hope for the moon. Yeah, it sucks in like austere locations, like outside the U.S., like trying to find stock of something. I couldn't imagine. Like I talk to everybody over, like in UK sometime and stuff, and they always get like delayed version. You know, like they don't get it on like release days and stuff. But then again, there's other markets like in this Southeast Asia that get stuff way ahead of us and get access to stuff way ahead of us.
Oh yeah, because the product doesn't have to move anywhere.
Yeah, it's just like instant. It's work. It's capitalism. You're giving a service, you're getting paid for it. Yep. Missouri's where we're at. 8X 5700 XT rig makes about 60 cents every hour. And that's current price and time. Who else needs some wings? We are full, Corey. Thank you very much, though, sir, for sending over the wings yesterday. Corey hooked us up, or hooked me up, because Jason wasn't here yet. That was pretty spot. Why not just get the 3090? It's $500 cheaper and slower. Oh, that's going to trigger.
3090 is $500 more expensive.
Yeah, it's more expensive and it's slower than the 6900 XT. Well, we believe. We need to test. Can't 100% guarantee that. I shouldn't say that until the reviews come out.
Unsubstantiated claims.
Unsubstantiated claims. AMD saying it is, but I'm going to take their word for it right now and then just be like, you lied to me. Is it worth upgrading now or until AM5 comes out next year?
Well, that's graphics cards don't matter.
Yeah. Isn't slower? Well, it is in some. At least the claims are that it is in some rasterization stuff. How come it's day where you guys are at? It's not day.
It's dark.
It's because here. Oh, unzip this.
Parking lot lights.
Hold on. It is very night. Wave to the person looking at us. I think a guy just flipped us off.
Yep.
Did he?
I don't know.
Sure looked like it.
I would have.
Flip camera. You guys are sitting in a tent. Yes, we're sitting in a tent. It's cold.
It's warmer in here.
It's warmer in here. We got a heater. Why are you guys sitting in a tent? Because, that's what we do, I guess. I don't know.
We were wrong. We should sit outside.
The window. I opened that window and they're like, mind blown. Yeah. How rude. How do you feel about your safety? How do you safely store your wallet recovery seed? Ironically, the best place, I believe, is if you go get a safety deposit box at a bank. The only risk in that is that somebody else has a key to those seed keys, but there's a high chance that people don't have an idea what they're looking at. So you could put it in a little lockbox inside of the safe at a bank, and just say it's part of your documents. So it is a little bit of irony there, right? I'm going to store my crypto keys in a bank. Yes, first in line. If I were in Missouri and I would drop off, it was to drop off and get you guys dinner. Oh, nice, bro. Thanks. I do appreciate that. We are good, though.
Yeah, we had pizza.
So no more random orders. I would hate for you guys' food to go to waste. We had Papa John's. Look forward to the video and the review on the 6900 XT. Good night. Zyphus, thank you, sir. Gentleman and scholar. Yes, Augusta. Is that Augustine? Augustine Cortez. Thank you, sir. Everybody said BBT food. No! Do not send me food. Or drinks. We're good. I got a drink. And bathrooms are limited after 9 o'clock here. What time is it, by the way? And Jason's pounding full 2 liters of Mountain Dew.
I intend to take it home.
No booze. There is a wine and spirits place.
That is probably closed by now.
Let me see. Let's check. This is inquiring minds want to know. Oh, they can't probably see. Well, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Target has liquor.
Target has liquor too. Yeah, that's right. Wine and spirits, zoomed in. We got a Target down that way. Whoop. Can't see it though. Flip camera. Ooh. Back down we go. So yeah, last time we were here, some people walked over there and got liquor and sat here and made like Coke and Jack and Cokes.
Okay.
They were doing it right. I was just like, if I drink all that, like I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom, and all these places are gonna close, and you have nowhere to go to the bathroom at. Because if you're in a tent, does that consider drinking in public? I don't know. That's a great question.
You're right. That is a great question.
I mean, well, the guy that was drinking the Jack and Cokes
This
was
is
in
my
one of those
private
tents.
residence now.
This is, technically it's private.
Yeah.
So the guy was in one. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those tents that go around like the chairs, but he literally was a fully clear tent, and he had it over him, and he's sitting there drinking his Jack and Cokes. And we did say, like, you're actually technically drinking in public, open container. He's like, I'm in a tent. I'm like, you're in a piece of plastic that you could see through around a chair, bro. I don't know if that's I don't know if that counts, but I hear you. He goes diapers. That's what diaper.
Target's open.
Huh? Yeah, Target is open. We go on an adventure. Technically, I'm on a cell phone. I can walk all over this place with them. They're like an actual walking stream of like, let's go shopping. Oh, we did miss Microcenter closing here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't say anything. I'll have to go potty at Target. What BTC price makes mining in the U.S. profitable? Right now. It's not just about price, it's also about network hash rate. Love the hat. That's Falcon Heavy. We got to see that last year. That was amazing.
It is almost back up to the 2017 high.
Yeah, it's 19.1 right now. It
Yeah.
peaked up to like 19.8. It just won't get that 20K.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it won't get that 20K. If it busts 20K, it's going to 25. And then it's probably going to sell like a rock. It's just going to fall right back down through 19, probably all the way down to 16.5.
That's nice. Okay.
Ever heard of peanut in a bottle? Bro, there isn't a big enough bottle. Well, maybe that 2 liter. That's Jason hides his 2 liter. And that's Mountain Dew too. That could be suspect.
Get out.
Get out of the tent. That could be suspect. Your Mountain Dew a little warm?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Nope.
No Bear Grylls was here.
Yeah, for sure, right? No, I'll go down to Target, and we are glamping here. I want 3K BTC, people say. Well, aliens exist according to Israel. Uh-oh. Yeah, 20K will open the floodgates. When it smashes through the 20K, if it gets to like 20,300, 20,400, it's going to fly to 25. I have no doubt that people will FOMO in hard, and then it will come crashing back down. Just because people do, all-time highs, and when it goes parabolic, people haven't seen, when Bitcoin flew to 20K last time, it was parabolic. It went from like 3K to 7K to like 19K in like a few nights, right? And then it crashed back down to like 17, and then it went back up a little, and then it crashed back down to like 13 into January. If it goes through 20, it's going to go, and it goes parabolic, people will FOMO in, and then that's when the folks that have been doing some like grayscale on them, they're going to sell some. They're going to take profit. They're going to drive it right back down, and they're going to try to drive a wedge right down through 14, 15, and buy cheap coins. And it's just the way, the name of the game. Rich people do not like to pay full price for something. Like, that's not how they get rich. So they're not going to pay. The people, retail buyers, are FOMOing in at all-time highs. Not the people with the big money. They're going to let that stuff get FOMO'd, and then that stuff's going to hit all-time highs and smash through it.
Crash down.
And then they're going to sell hard and drive that price right back down.
So they can buy back in.
They can buy back in. That's just the game. That's the way it works. I didn't invent it. I'm just an observer of it. We got a number 2? Number 3? Or wait a minute.
How many
Number 4. We got 2 in here, 3, so you're 4.
I'm 4.
You going for 6900 XT?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're probably in good luck, bro.
You think so?
Yeah, they said they have them, and there's speculation that there's 5.
Hey, if you're wrong, then you gotta give me yours.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, it's all speculative.
At least it's yours.
But
So I'm number 5 or 4?
you're 4.
Okay, if they don't have more than 4, I'm gonna be pissed, dude.
I know.
But it's not looking like they're gonna have a lot, probably. I don't know.
Probably not.
Yep.
It's lovely. They just don't know anything ever.
No, they do. They just don't tell us.
Yeah. Like why?
They said they weren't allowed to tell us how many they have.
So we got another. We're live streaming right now. We're talking to everybody, and there's a few folks down in St. Louis, Minnesota. They said they had 5, and we're giving out vouchers already. I guess it's too cold up there, so they're not wanting people staying out.
I
But
would imagine, but like they should do that here too, you know?
yeah,
I came for the CPU launch too.
yeah, they're
I was
down.
able to get one, but I didn't get it until like 5 a.m. That's
How long have we been going? Oh, we're at that hour and 30 minutes. When does it release? It releases at 9 a.m., guys. 9 a.m. tomorrow. I was here for the 6800 XT.
Missed out.
I missed out. That's why I'm here early.
Yep.
So we got a 4th here. So now go for old Vega 56 or 5800. I like the 5600. I like the Vega 56s, man. If you have a choice between the two and the prices are the same, go with the Vega 56. MicroStrategy allocated another $400 million in USD securities to buy more Bitcoin. I doubt they want to buy it at over 20. Yeah, unconfirmed that they handed out vouchers in Minnesota, but I was hearing that they were going to because it's really cold and they don't want people sitting outside. What's the price ranges they look to pay? 570. I would not buy the. I mean, you can buy the 4 gigs if you're going to be doing like ETC mining, but 8 gig cards, if you can get them from anywhere from 60 to no more than $100. I wouldn't pay more than $100 for a 590 or a 580, even or a 570. Same thing with 470s and 480s. $60, $70. It's 32 degrees of Augusta. How long is the 5700 XT going to stay in the game? I think it's end of life already, right? And they ain't making any more 5700s, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think it's end of life. So, I mean, buy up the rest of the stock. I've been here since Saturday, Ben. Vega 56 or 64 is going to go for a little more money. It's going to go for $150 to $200. just because there's a lot of other things it can do, and the 64s are still pretty decent GPUs. HBM2 is still really good. I don't think there'll be any cards on the shelves. People will buy up everything. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. We got 250. It's quite a bit watching. You definitely hit the subscribe button to see when we go live. I will be doing live testing with it tomorrow if we actually get the card. So you guys want to see that, I'll go straight to YouTube with that, since you guys have been kind of following me on there. If you don't follow me on Twitch or in Twitter, it's at BitsBeTrippin'. Do that. My Twitter feed, I've been given like little bits of what's been going on. So tomorrow, when we're in line and going in, I'm going to be doing as much as I can from a live standpoint on Twitter, just because like I'm going to have to make the financial transaction, when I buy it and everything. So we'll just do bits of video for that. But you guys will see me going in and all that kind of stuff. I'll make sure that I post on that live. So we're going to wrap this up. And then, yeah. It's been fun. Hopefully it was a good stream for you guys. Thanks again for all the folks that were donating and stuff. You guys are awesome. I'll be using that money for some coffee. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Just watch us on Twitter, and you guys will see as when I have it in hand, I'll be tweeting it. All right, my dudes. Peace.
See ya.